I mean, I am one of three girls. I'm the middle. No surprise there. They say we're always the ones seeking the spotlight, middle children. I was so fortunate that my father was a career military man, served from the Vietnam War, which is why I was born in Taiwan. He was serving in Vietnam and our family was stationed in Taiwan. He was able to bring my truly incredible. I mean, they say, you know, if your experience growing up is an eye-opening education, it is that opportunity to live and travel and go about the world and see things firsthand. And that's where I think that informed me as a child growing up, but then also developed that sense of curiosity and wanting to know and experience the world and wanting to continue to travel.
You have actually been an inspiration to me, and why I got into broadcast journalism myself. I remember so well, this was in 2009 in January, and it was when President Obama was elected and then inaugurated.
Right.
And you had done such a stellar job of covering the inauguration. And I rounded up my team, my news director, my colleagues, and I said, "Watch Natalie. This is how it's done."
Oh my gosh! I remember it was such an incredible day, and it was just so emotional. You know, we just had a phenomenal team, and you know that's as you know, like the beauty of our jobs are, you know, I think to be able to witness history and experience it firsthand. When you're doing a story that is so positive and uplifting, where you really felt hope and change was in the air. I think, you know, we all experience that as a nation. And so I know you were overseas, and I think feeling that little bit of home and that connection to home, I hope that, you know, translated as well.
It did tenfold. I mean, it was Be the Change, and I felt like I was there. You know, it was a very emotional time. But yeah, you did such an amazing job covering that. You know, this is what textbooks are going to be covering. So
growing up in a military family, I think the one constant was sitting together at the dinner table, talking about our day. You know, when my dad was off away traveling because he was often on assignment somewhere in the Air Force, you know, being able to have that connection with my sisters and my mom, and just, you know, experiencing family life, that's the most important, I think, connection that you can have and carry it forward. Yeah. So I wanted to, with my book, At Home with Natalie, it was a way for me to honor my heritage, both my cultures, my Brazilian and my Puerto Rican cultures. And as you know, I think the sense of taste and smell, those are the senses that I think most bring things home to you.
So could you tell us, you know, about an anecdote or point in time where you trusted your mom's sense?
I think one particular incident really comes to mind, and that's when Josh was probably this is my oldest, I think he was about 9 months old. He was learning how to walk and run at the same time, because that's how he learned how to walk quickly and then run soon after.
Oh, wow.
And so my husband decided, he had like one of those, you know, those little post office, like Fisher Price post office carrier, like little toys. So my husband was taking him down the sidewalk and they were running. Meanwhile, I was at the gym, and all of a sudden at the gym, I'm on the treadmill, and I was like, I don't know what it is, but I got to get home. I just felt like weird. I'm like, I just got to go home and check on them.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I walked through the door, and my poor son had a giant egg on his head, big scratch down. His whole front of his nose was totally scraped off. And I'm telling you, it was like already brown, like with a scab on it. The poor thing. My husband, Hoboken is notorious for its buckled sidewalks.
Right.
And they were running with this little post carrier cart and hit the sidewalk. Joe flipped on top of Josh, face planted, but it was
right.
Where my gut said something doesn't feel right. And I know my husband is responsible.
Right. I got to get back and fix this. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I never let him live that one down because my
Yeah, I know,
a little
right?
scrape. You could see like a scar scrape on his nose.